I used to think that I was a lover girl until I got a diagnosis for borderline personality disorder. That shit really made me get real with myself and be like, girl, you're not a lover girl. You just have attachment issues. I promise I used to be the girl, like, I'm never going to give up on love. Like, I'm always going to be open to loving. And people can smell that shit. And this borderline personality disorder diagnosis really has allowed me to see my life through this shit. And I don't identify as that shit anymore. And the thing is, it's actually so crazy because I really just been putting all of this shit together in my head. It's not even that I'm a lover girl. It's just that I had a void, because I'm still working through the shit, a void so deep inside of me that I was trying to fill it with like other people, you know? And not only is that shit very dangerous because another person becomes your life source, it is also very selfish because that's not love. And for me to call myself a lover girl is actually kind of, I don't know how to even fucking describe that shit, because at the end of the day, you cannot be a love girl if you don't even know what real equal love is. It's actually quite fucking manipulative. And one thing I have noticed with these BPD videos that I have been seeing is like a lot of people in the comments, like a lot of non-BPD partners saying they pushed me away, they tested me until, you know, that I finally left. And then it'll be a BPD person responding saying like, oh, she didn't do it on purpose. He didn't do it on purpose. It's just the intense feelings that we have. But I do want to say that testing somebody to see if they will leave you is a form of manipulation. And I know that in the BPD community, we don't like to call ourselves manipulative or like abusive and all of that stuff. But those behaviors are manipulative and abusive. And just because they are not coming from a place of you want to ruin somebody, you want to test somebody, you want to do these things, it's your feelings. You have to really take control of that shit. You have to. Because two things can be true at once. You're not doing it on purpose, but it's still a manipulative behavior. And I'm speaking to myself too, trust me, okay? Because I even find myself having moments where I'm like, okay, back the fuck off, okay? And I actually had a moment last night where I was just having a conversation and something just like triggered me. And I had to wake up the next day and be like, I had to just go do my stretches, my little somatic healing, and just remind myself like, you are not in any immediate fucking danger. And I think the thing that comes with fear of abandonment is that the fear is actually way greater than somebody actually fucking leaving you, because at the end of the day, what you are really scared of is somebody leaving you, not them actually fucking doing it, you know? Which is fair. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. Bitch, I'm all over the place with this. But the thing is, it's like, the cure to this shit, I put this shit together when I was in therapy. I was like, the only thing that's really going to help me get over this shit is if I immerse myself and hit my reward system so much with things that will never fucking leave me. And for me, that's my creativity. That's my making my videos. That's me sharing my wisdom. That's me going through life experiences and sharing them with the world so that we can all come together and know that like, it's people out here going through the same shit. That is the thing that will never fucking leave me. So now I'm at a space in my life where I want to immerse myself in that so deeply to where it's like, I'm okay with people coming and going, you know? I take what I'm supposed to learn. I get it and I move the fuck on, okay? But the thing about it is, it's very much easier said than done. And I think that it's just like, I don't know, I don't want to be a victim. I don't see myself as a victim. I never have. And it's very much easier said than done. Trust me, I fucking know. I know how painful it is to even think about a fear of abandonment. I know how painful it is when you are triggered. I understand that you feel it on a very intense level, but that doesn't mean that I want people walking on eggshells around me. I don't want that shit for myself. I want to be able to give love and receive love equally and not have no attachments to it, not to be doing it to fill a void within myself. I want the void that I have within myself to be filled by me and by things that will never ever leave me. So it's like the cure to this shit is really just like finding the things that hit your reward system that will never leave you. And for me, that's my videos, that's painting, that's what else do I be doing? My little somatic healing. And even like when you're doing your EFTs and you doing your tapping and stuff and you affirming yourself, affirm that you are safe, because regardless, somebody leaving you, you're still going to be safe, you know, unless your whole livelihood is dependent on them. And I'm sorry, I can't speak on that because that's not my experience, but somebody leaving you is like the least of your worries when it comes to safety. And it doesn't feel that way, I know that, but when you think about it, when you're able to like separate it and really remind yourself of that and do your tapping, because one thing I love to say is like, I am safe regardless of what anybody around me is doing. I'm safe because I created a safe space for my motherfucking self, okay? And I want to drill that into my mind so much, and that's why I've been doing like my EFTs and like my somatic stretching, because it allows me to just continue to remind myself that I am safe. I am safe because no matter what anyone else around me is doing, I am filling a void within myself that will never leave me. And lastly, I'm just going to say, you do not have to abandon your community to fill the void. The people that are already in your life, you don't have to abandon them. Whether you're in a relationship, whether you have friends, you don't have to abandon them to get your shit together. Now, if you feel like you don't have no baseline and people is doing you wrong, I don't know. I can't speak on that, but I am saying that from my own experience, you don't have to abandon the people that you are in community with, that you are in relationships with, to get your shit together, to fill that void within yourself. You just have to communicate like, hey, I'm working on filling this void within myself so that I'm not so dependent on you, so that I'm not so clingy towards you. I want to fill a void with things in myself that will never leave me, so that I'm not so afraid of losing you and subconsciously sabotaging what we have created and built with one another. That's all I got to say.